Hello there. This is Jon Hammond. One thing I like to do is get to everything I do real early. Because if you're early, you can't be late. So whenever I have a flight, I like to get to the airport early. And these days, they seem to have pianos at a lot of the airports. So I sit down and play some tunes. You know, it's good to get where we gotta go early. My girlfriend says, it's good to be early, but you're ridiculous. But that's okay, because I got plenty of tunes I can keep myself busy with if the piano is available. And there was somebody playing when I got there. It sounded like they were playing with two bricks, as my friend Marty Napoleon used to say. And she was reading off of an iPad. So when she was done, I sat down and broke out some tunes. And this one is pretty nicely in tune too. It's a Kawai Grand Piano. And they built them in Hamamatsu, Japan. I've been there a couple of times. It's beautiful there. It's a music city of Japan. That's where Suzuki Musical Instruments is, Yamaha, Roland, and they have a museum for musical instruments. And I went through there. It was really interesting. This is a tune written by one of our great American composers, Hoagy Carmichael. It's called Skylark, about a little bird. Hoagy Carmichael. You ever heard of a sandwich called hoagie? Yep. He was such a good composer that they named a sandwich after him. Yeah. What else you got, Mr. Hammond? Remember Dr. Billy Taylor? I met Billy Taylor. Dr. Billy Taylor. He used to do a beautiful jazz Sunday morning show on CBS. A beautiful guy. And he wrote this tune that Nina Simone covered. It's called Wish. I wish I knew how it feels to be free. Yes. And Dr. Billy Taylor, he came to play for us at the local 802 before he passed. And he had a stroke, so he could play a little bit with one of his hands that lost a lot of the mobility, but mostly with one hand. And he could play more piano with one hand than most piano players with both, don't you know? Yeah. Remember Dr. Billy Taylor? Jon Hammond told you so. Hope everybody's doing okay out there. Dangerous times we're living in, folks. I always say, if they gave everybody a musical instrument instead of guns, we'd be living in a much better world. Don't you know? Entirely too many guns out there. Yep. But there's a lot of really talented people out there. I can tell you all about it because I've been around the block a few times, you know. Yes, I have. Well, I got 2 gigs today, a morning gig and an afternoon gig. And those are the kind of days I like. My first one is in a hospital. You know I'm going to hit the cafeteria. Yeah. And the price is right, too. Get some oatmeal, some eggs, and potatoes. Yeah. Yeah, I don't get a chance to play too much piano because I have transitioned to mainly organ and accordion. They're heavy enough taking an organ around, but these pianos weigh a lot. And most pianos are not in tune, so you're at the mercy of the piano. When I show up with my organ, doesn't matter what day it is or how I feel when I hit a high C, sounds the same every day of the week. And I got a special expression pedal. It's not a volume pedal, it's an expression pedal. Yeah. It's a beautiful thing. One of my organs is in the shop right now. So I had to go get my backup organ in New York. I got a backup organ that's got much less hours on, because you know I wear them out. And I hope my man Ray at Hammond USA can fix this one. I got a lot of miles I put on it. Took it all over the world. And it won't be the first Hammond portable that I wore out. Yeah. So I'm waiting to hear what's happening with that one. But I got my backup organ, and I played a gig with it yesterday. It felt good, sounded good. So back in business, and I think it's about time to make my way over to the gate. So I just want to say one last thing before I slide out of here right now. Folks, that is bye now.